Sigh. During lockdown, I received several emails from listeners and old acquaintances, one of which I'd like to share with you now. This one is from a friend I will refer to as Craig. God damn you, Warren, you and your scary stories on YouTube. Since we've been in lockdown, I've gotten into the habit of staying up late and listening to some of the creepy pasta channels you recommended. I usually set my laptop up on the dining room table, so I only have to step into the kitchen next door if I want a fresh beer, etc. I usually sit facing 3 windows, which look out over the backyard and, in the distance, what used to be a very busy road, but which is a road less trafficked these days. A road less trafficked. It does seem darker out there nowadays. Less light from passing cars, of course, but all the houses I can see seem dark and abandoned, like there's no one alive anywhere. But it's probably because I stay up later than most people, and they're all asleep. Although sometimes I was sure I could hear a strange moaning sound coming from outside. But when I looked out the window, nothing. No people. Nothing. WSJ here. A strange moaning sound, eh? Oh, that's not good. Anyway, back to Craig's email. This is relevant because one night I looked up from my computer and saw a face staring in at me through the back window. I jumped out of my chair and then began to laugh. It was only my ugly face, lit up by the light from my computer monitor, staring back at me. As a result, I stopped paying attention whenever I saw a face or a glimpse of a face on the glass. The other night, I was listening to paranormal ghost stories on the Mortis Media channel. As you know, that guy has such a calm and restful voice, and the next thing I knew, I was asleep in my chair. Sometime later, I awoke with a start. An ad for a grammar and writing program was playing, and Mort was long gone. I shut down the computer, plunging everything into darkness. I like listening to these spooky stories in the dark, and as I lolled in my chair, half asleep, I became aware of a face staring in at me through the window. At first I thought it was just my reflection, but then I realized that was impossible, as my face wasn't reflecting the light from my computer. And as for the face, it wasn't me. Didn't look like me. This person was much younger, with a thin face and long hair sticking out behind them. And the eyes, they were red and actually glowing like 2 little pinpricks of hellfire. It was then I realized it was a night floater. You've told me a lot about them, but I never really believed they were real. I didn't believe they were real till one was staring me in the face. And then I did something which, in retrospect, was pretty stupid. Was really stupid. As you know, I don't take no shit from nobody. So I grabbed the first weapon that lay at hand, which was a long, sharp kitchen knife, and went charging outside. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. I ran around to the back of the house, to where the window was, and, of course, there was nothing there. I was just about to make a perimeter search around the entire house and yard when I heard my wife screaming. I'd left the side door wide open when I ran outside. Wide open. I hurried back inside, and in the bedroom, I found my wife cowering on the bed and swinging a pillow. Yeah, a pillow. At this head, which was hovering just above her, snapping its jaws at her as if it was going to bite her. It was the same ugly head I'd seen before, with the wild hair and the red eyes. I still had the knife in my hand, and automatically I made a wild swipe at the head, which shrieked and bobbled off at a horrendous pace. My blood was up, and I would have pursued it. But my wife was hysterical, and I had to take her in my arms to calm and comfort her. Eventually, my wife ceased crying, stopped crying, only to gasp and point at something lying on the bed. An ear, a human ear, a dirty and rather pointed human ear. I must have cut it off when I swung the knife. I followed the trail of blood down the hallway, all the way to the side door, which was still wide open. It was gone. The head was gone. I packed the ear in ice and waited for the cops to come and arrest me for assault with a weapon. But they haven't come, as of yet. The next day, I installed outdoor motion lights, front and back, and for several nights they came on. I didn't see what caused them to light up, but I can guess. And I heard the strange moaning sound, too. So nowadays, I spend my time looking for one-eared men with only one ear, keeping the drapes shut and going to bed early. No more sitting up late and listening to horror stories. And I blame you for getting me into such bad habits in the first place, Warren. Yours truly, Craig. Well. Everybody blames me for everything. Good thing I have broad shoulders. But then I'm broad in general. As for the ear, I'd keep it on ice, just in case the cops or the victim shows up. But if they don't, I guess it would go good in a salad or as a pizza topping. Wash it first and mind the wax. Ear wax. If this is your first visit to my channel, my name is Warren, and I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories featuring cryptids such as the night floaters, werewolves, and the black-eyed children. I hope you will consider subscribing. Stay hungry. Until midnight. Cheers.